Welcome back to the channel. This week, November 17th through 23rd, brings one of the most transformative and revealing energetic shifts of the entire month. We start with the overall themes, then move through the daily mundane astrology, and finish with horoscopes for each zodiac sign based on whole sign houses for your rising sun and moon. This week continues the flowing, stabilizing energy between the Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, and the supportive Jupiter Saturn trine. Uranus remains in sextile with Neptune, opening subtle yet powerful channels of intuition, future vision, and spiritual clarity. The Sun forms a trine with Neptune, then opposes Uranus, bringing awakenings, shocks, and breakthroughs, and finally moves into Sagittarius, marking a shift towards optimism, expansion, and clarity of purpose. The major highlight of this week is the new moon in Scorpio at 28 degrees, happening on the same day as the Mercury Cazimi. It's a rare moment of mental purification, deep insight, and truth coming to the surface. And part of this, Mercury retrograde moves back into Scorpio, reopening old questions, secrets, or emotional themes that needed to be revisited. So, on November the 17th, Mercury in Sagittarius will sextile Pluto in Aquarius, the Moon in Libra will square Jupiter in Cancer, then the Moon enters Scorpio in a balsamic moon phase. It's a day of re-evaluation and sharp insight. Mercury in Pluto exposes hidden information or deeper truths. With the Moon in its balsamic phase, this is a time of closure, release, and preparation. Emotional tension may rise, but once the moon moves into Scorpio, we are ready to face what's real. On November 18th, the moon in Scorpio will square Pluto in Aquarius. Emotional intensity peaks. There may be power struggle, collective tension, or deep psychological processing. This is a purging day, uncomfortable but clarifying. November 19th, the Mercury retrograde moves back into Scorpio. Then it will oppose Uranus and trine Neptune. The moon will also have a conjunct Venus. Mercury today brings surprises and revelations. Mercury retrograde slipping back into Scorpio uncovers secrets, truths, and conversations that were unfinished. The opposition to Uranus can spark sudden and unexpected news, while the trine to Neptune softens everything with intuition and an emotional understanding. The moon conjunct Venus brings warmth, affection, and a desire for harmony. On November the 20th, we have the new moon in Scorpio and the Mercury Cazimi. This new moon is at 28 degrees of Scorpio and will also have a grand trine with Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune. Also, this new moon will oppose Uranus. It's one of the most reset points of the month. This new moon brings deep transformative endings and rebirths. Mercury Cazimi offers crystal clarity, a moment of truth, perspective, and insight. The grand water trine with Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune offers grounding, stability, and emotional security. But the opposition to Uranus reminds us that transformation often comes with an unexpected twist. After the new moon, the moon will enter Sagittarius, then it will sextile Pluto and conjunct Mars. The energy lifts. We feel more confident, inspired, and proactive. The conjunction with Mars brings initiative and courage. On November 21st, the Sun opposes Uranus, then will trine Neptune. Sudden changes, awakenings, shifts in identity or direction. But Neptune softens the impact with spiritual insight and intuition. This is a day of breakthroughs. On November 22nd, the Sun enters Sagittarius, Mercury will trine Jupiter, the Moon will square Saturn and Neptune. Sagittarius season begins. Optimism returns, curiosity grows, and the desire for freedom rises. Mercury with Jupiter brings good news, opportunities, clarity, and expansion. The Moon square Saturn and Neptune may bring fatigue or emotional mixed signals, but is temporary. On November 23rd, The Sun in Sagittarius will sextile Pluto, and the Moon will enter Capricorn. It's a powerful, grounded day. The Sun Pluto sextile brings determination, focus, and the stability to take this decisive action. With the Moon entering Capricorn, we shift toward discipline, responsibility, and long term thinking. So, now we'll go to the weekly horoscope for all the signs. For Aries, rising Sun or Moon, the Scorpio will activate your 8th house of shared resources, depths, emotional healing, intimacy, and deep transformation. Mercury retrograde has you revisiting financial agreements or psychological patterns. The new moon brings a reset in money, boundaries, or emotional power. Once the sun enters Sagittarius, your 9th house opens travel, learning, and spiritual growth. For Taurus, rising sun or moon, the Scorpio lights up your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. Mercury retrograde brings old conversations, unresolved issues, or long overdue decisions. The new moon can reset a relationship dynamic or bring a new relationship. Sagittarius, Sagittarius season activates your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources can deepen. For Gemini, rising sun or moon, your 6th house of health, work, and routines and responsibilities is activated. Mercury retrograde shifts your focus into efficiency and necessary adjustments. The new moon brings a new beginning in your daily life and wellness habits. Then the Sagittarius season opens your 7th house, so relationships will come into focus. For Cancer, rising sun or moon, the Scorpio energizes your 5th house, so romance, creativity, children, and joy can be major themes. Mercury retrograde may bring back an old flame or revive a creative idea. The new moon initiates a new romantic chapter or artistic cycle. Sagittarius season activates your 6th house, so work, discipline, and health routines can be major themes. For Leo, rising sun or moon, your 4th house of home, family, roots, and emotional foundation is activated. Mercury retrograde brings unfinished family matters or inner healing. The new moon can bring a move, renovation, or emotional breakthrough. Sagittarius season lights up your 5th house, so romance and creativity return. For Virgo, rising sun or moon, your 3rd house of communication, siblings, short trips, and learning is activated. Mercury retrograde changes your plans or bring back a conversation from the past. The new moon resets your mindset and brings new learning project. Sagittarius season activates your 4th house, so home, privacy, and grounding can be major themes. For Libra, rising sun or moon, your 2nd house of money, income, and self-worth is lightened. Mercury retrograde asks you to rethink financial strategies. The new moon offers a fresh start with finances or values. Sagittarius season activates your 3rd house, so communication becomes lively again. For Scorpio, rising sun or moon, you're the star of the week. Your 1st house is activated. Mercury retrograde brings an identity, reconsideration, clarity about your desire, or a shift in your self-expression. The new moon at 28 degrees in Scorpio brings a powerful personal rebirth, especially if you have planets there. Sagittarius season moves the sun into your 2nd house, so money and self-worth themes strengthen. For Sagittarius, rising sun or moon, the Scorpio new moon activates your 12th house of endings, healing, introspection, and subconscious work. The new moon closes the karmic cycle. You are releasing what no longer serves you. But when the sun moves into your sign, you step into renewed vitality, visibility, and power. A new chapter can begin now. For Capricorn, rising sun or moon, your 11th house of friends, networks, collaborations, and long-term goals is activated. Mercury retrograde brings back to old groups or unfinished projects. The new moon initiates fresh direction for your future. Sagittarius season activates your 12th house, so the preparation before your birthday season begins. For Aquarius, rising sun or moon, your 10th house of career, reputation, and direction is activated. Mercury retrograde reveals hidden details or brings clarity about your next move. The new moon can bring a new career phase or a shift in your public role. Sagittarius season activates your 11th house, so networking and opportunities expand. For Pisces, rising sign or moon, your ninth house of beliefs, spirituality, travel, and higher learning is activated. Mercury retrograde deepens your world or revisits a study plan. The new moon launches a new spiritual or academic path. Sagittarius season activates your 10th house, so career becomes the focus. So, this was your horoscope for the week of November 17th to the 23rd. Let me know your sign and how the energy resonates with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn the notifications so you never miss your weekly horoscope. See you soon.